But we need to make one thing very clear. This program is not just about telling people that other families and other types of lifestyles exist. It's actually aggressively promoting them, giving it a positive spin and telling people that it is okay for you to be Muslim and for you to be gay. Mr. Moffat, shame, 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 shame. Okay. Mr. Moffat, I did not want to make this personal, but Mr. Moffat has decided upon his own self to reinterpret our religious scriptures. And I don't know where he gets his religious education from and when he became Mufti Moffat. But our religious beliefs are not here to be changed. We don't send our children to school to be indoctrinated. That's the word that these parents have been saying again and again and again. This is an aggressive indoctrination that is going on that we are speaking against. If there was no aggressive promotion, then you would not have had all these parents come out on the street. And as I've said to you, this program is very toxic. Not only do we are aiming to have it abolished in this school, but we're going to have it abolished in every school in Birmingham, every school in the country. And that's going to happen with a grassroots movement of parents coming out on the streets. That is what is needed. Parents coming out and fighting their corner and fighting for their children's rights. And also, just remember, we may not have had an issue if this was being taught to perhaps 10 and 12-year-olds or 15-year-olds. But for 5-year-olds who barely know how to wipe their bottoms, you want to teach them about relationships? It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I'd like to implore to all people of faith, especially the Muslim community, and all those families that are conservative, as you are fully aware that the government has passed legislation to teach relationship education to all primary age children and relationship sex education to all secondary children from September 2019. This is a pivotal and vital issue for conservative families, especially Muslims. In this regard, I have been up and down the country speaking to people of different faith groups and conservative families to please stand now, act now, to take your children out of these classes and to implore on the government to take back this legislation that makes it compulsory for us to teach our children as young as 7 and 5 even about issues that directly clash with our religious beliefs. And here in Waltham Forest, East London, we are facilitating a meeting of all faith groups and conservative families with the authorities on Tuesday, the 19th of November, 6 o'clock at Rosia Grove Road Hall in Walthamstow. And I implore every parent to try and attend this meeting to show their solidarity and support, that they don't want this compulsory legislation and they want it withdrawing. Please do your duty. On Yawm al-Qiyamah, we will be asked what we did with regards to this. So please show your attendance.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मलिक साहब बहुत शुक्रिया। मेरी जो दरख्वास्त है पूरे अपनी पाकिस्तानी यानी मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी से कि जो बैरिस्टर आबिद साहब ने एक्सप्लेन किया है, जो यहाँ पे कौम लूत के बारे में जो है ना बच्चों को इंट्रोड्यूस किया जा रहा है, हम उसके खिलाफ एक एहतजाजी जलसा रख रहे हैं। वहाँ पे सारी जो है ना कम्युनिटी आ रही है। हमने सिखों को भी, हिंदुओं को भी और क्रिश्चियनिटी को भी बुलाया है। तमाम मसाजिद हमारे साथ सपोर्ट कर रही हैं। तो मेरा आज का जो मैसेज है वो इसलिए है कि ऑल ओवर द कंट्री जहाँ पे भी पाकिस्तानी, जहाँ पे भी मुसलमान बसते हो, तो अपने बच्चों के फ्यूचर के लिए आएँ, अपना एहतजाज रिकॉर्ड करें। हमने 19 तारीख को, 19 मार्च को शाम 6 बजे ग्रोव रोड हॉल पे ये जलसा मुनक्कद किया हुआ है। आप आएँ, हमारी सपोर्ट करें। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जी।
I'd just like to add that Malik Khalid has reminded me, when you stand together in solidarity, like they did in Birmingham, the 600 children were removed, and that school then stopped teaching this, and that was a great success. And I would also like to comment that Shabana Mahmood, the MP, I wholeheartedly applaud her stand for making sure that the parents' consent and the parents' rights and the religious duties outlined in Section 34 of the Act were listened to. But I feel really sorry for our leadership that as soon as they start to talk about protecting minority rights, then they get faced with a barrage of criticism. Please, please, I implore you, up and down the country, show your solidarity, show your stand against this relationship education and relationship sexual education. I implore you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Wal as innal insana la fi husn illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr.
In the latest update from Crazyville here in the UK, today British politicians in Parliament will be discussing whether they have the right, not you, to decide what relationship and sex education advice your child will have in school. 106,000 parents have signed a petition saying that they should be the ones who decide who teaches them, when and how they are taught about these matters. But the government, Big Brother, says it knows best. It wants to make its new relationship and sex education lessons compulsory by 2020. And they're already beginning to roll those in. Now, what it means for 4- and 5-year-olds in the UK is that they will be taught LGBTQ issues and they will be taught about transsexual relationships. Now, this is before they've ever really had a proper science lesson or a biology lesson. And this is before they've had a chance to go out, run about, play, be a child, or in fact, learn how to use a bathroom. Nappy nightmares. 70% of schools say kids are starting school in nappies. So our British government thinks that before a child has learnt to use a bathroom or be out of nappies, the most important thing is to make it compulsory that they learn about LGBTQ issues and accept the latest narrative on trans. Something is going very badly wrong here in Britain. Our kids are being indoctrinated in schools, and it's time parents stood up and made a stand. Get involved, get in your schools, get those letters in saying you do not want your child to be part of this mandatory madness. And perhaps before a child is indoctrinated into the latest trans thinking, they should at least be able to enjoy life or find out a few biological facts for themselves. Get involved, write to your school. Do not be complicit in the indoctrination of our children.
Hi Colin, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good morning there, Jason. Yeah.
We're at Hyde Park Speaker's Corner. It really hit home to me what you were talking about. What is it you're concerned about here?
Okay, well, God laid it on my heart. I've been coming here to talk to the Muslims and debate with them. And that passage from the Bible about stumbling blocks and little children. We know on Judgment Day we'll be judged on the things we did and the things we failed to do. And I'm really concerned that at the moment young minds are having concepts like you could be born in the wrong body, placed into children as young as 5. Now, once that concept, like an egg, is laid into their brain and hatches, the whole basis of reality is questioned. If you could be born in the wrong body. So I've been speaking to people for the last few hours and had quite a bit of reaction, especially from young, intelligent women. And I asked them a series of questions. I said, is this a woman? And when I explained to them this is a twice convicted rapist who, while in a male prison, said he was a woman and he transitioned, they put him in a female prison where he sexually assaulted 2 other women. Now, I've got 5 daughters and I don't want men like him accessing female safe spaces. But it doesn't stop with transgender, trans species. You can Google, YouTube, any of these things and you will find things that you need to know about. This is a man who became a transgender woman, but his transitioning didn't stop. He then became a cat. And there's a famous one here, which is transracial as well. It doesn't stop. It goes on and on and on.
Could you just show us what they're doing with the books in the school?
Oh yeah, the books. This is very, very important for parents right at the moment. In primary schools, this is a book that will be read. And Justin Greening, the old education secretary, who happens to be a lesbian as a coincidence, she was the one who made the decision that primary school children compulsorily must be taught about LGBT subjects. So this is one of the books that has been produced for a child's lesson of primary school age. Here's another one. They're very well produced, very well crafted, a lot of money's been spent on them. And hi, God bless you. Anyone who's got children of primary school age, they need to wake up and wake up quick and know that books like this are stocked in the shelves of school. They're encouraged and they're promoted by the LGBT, the militant LGBT activists who actually have got control of the education system.
Wow.
And as Christians, we need to unite with our Muslim brothers and sisters, because there's a school in Birmingham 2 weeks ago, 99% Muslim, and the headmaster there is homosexual, but he's also an MBE, and he's also in line for £1 million reward for the global best teacher, and he's put into place a curriculum called No Outsiders, where all the children are learning that 2 men can be married, 2 women can be married. There's posters all over the school, and the Muslim parents are taking their children out and they're demonstrating. Christians need not be asleep on this. We're AWOL from the fight against the moral evil in this society. And I just want to say in this short time maybe that mankind has got left, because these are really signs of the last days, that we need to stand shoulder to shoulder with anybody who would protect the innocence and sacred nature of childhood. That's effectively it, Jason.
Thank you very much, Colin. Thank
God
you.
bless you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, to have different types of families.
I love to stand out from the crowd, and so should you. Stand tall, be proud.
The majority wouldn't tell us what they teach and when they teach it, even though all of this is supposed to be public information.
Today I'm at Parsons Street Primary School. Hi! Hello everybody! So today I read Today went really well. All the kids got really involved, really enjoyed it. They were singing, dancing, stood up, so I'm happy. I just remember like when I was in school and seeing people perform for us, so I just kind of feel like that made me put more effort in, just because I want to be a good role model. Everyone know what I think it's alright to wear a dress? Because dresses are made for people's bodies. They're not designed for boys or for girls. They're just an item of clothing. If you want to wear an item of clothing and it makes you happy, please do it. It's just one person in one outfit, and you just got to learn to love everybody, because you're all amazing, no matter if you wear a dress or anything.